I never thought I'd swing a sledgehammer my own fence line, but there I was, sweat dripping down my back, smashing through the chain link barrier while Karen from the HOA screamed obscenities from her Prius. She'd forged documents to slap a lien on my property, claiming my off-grid cabin was a nuisance because it didn't match her cookie-cutter vision of suburbia. And just like that, in one reckless afternoon, her empire of busybody rules crumbled, along with her fake survey stakes. It started last spring in Willow Creek Estates, that slice of middle-class heaven outside Boise, Idaho, where everyone pretends they're living the dream, but really just polices each other's lawns. I'd inherited the cabin from my grandpa, a weathered 400-square-foot haven with solar panels and a wood stove, tucked behind my split-level ranch house like a secret middle finger to the grid. It was my escape, my writing nook, where I'd crank out freelance articles on everything from craft beer trends to why HOAs are the devil's zoning laws. Karen Hargrove, the self-appointed HOA president, had other ideas. She rolled up one Saturday in her yoga pants and pearl earrings, clipboard in hand, declaring my cabin an eyesore that devalues the community. At first, I laughed it off. Karen, it's on my deed. Check the county records. But she didn't. Instead, she rallied the neighborhood Karens, the concerned residents, with emails blasting my illegal structure and petitions to fine me into oblivion. Controversy brewed fast. Half the block whispered about her overreach. The other half nodded along because, hey, property values. I fired back on the community Facebook group, posting scans of my title and memes about HOA tyrants. Backlash hit her like a boomerang. Old Mr. Jenkins called her a fascist at the next potluck, and the young mom started a side chat roasting her realtor Barbie vibe. She doubled down, though. That's when the real outrage ignited. Turns out, in her zeal to beautify, she'd hired a shady contractor to plop a storage warehouse on what she swore was common green space. Except it wasn't. GPS mapping and a quick drone flyover, courtesy of my tech-savvy neighbor, revealed she'd bulldozed 10 feet onto my lot, crushing my wildflower patch and half my chicken coop. Chickens. Those feisty Rhode Island Reds were my therapy after the divorce, clucking away stress like pros. Now they were scattering feathers in panic. I confronted her at the HOA meeting, voice steady but fists clenched. You built on my land, Karen. That's not just rude, it's theft. Gasps rippled through the room. She smirked, waving some doctored plat map. Prove it, hillbilly. Oh, I proved it. Hired a lawyer on contingency, small-town guy who hated HOAs more than kale, and we sued for trespass, fraud, the works. Discovery was a gold mine. Emails showing her bribing the contractor with community funds. Read. Dues she'd skimmed, plus text her coven bragging about teaching that hermit a lesson. The neighborhood exploded. Protests outside her McMansion, viral TikToks of the warehouse with Karen Karma captions, even the local news sniffing around for a feel-good David versus Goliath story. I became the folk hero, handing out free the chicken stickers at the farmer's market. Karen? She lawyered up, but her sleazeball attorney bailed when the fraud charges stuck. Backlash turned to outright fury. Neighbors who'd once kissed her ring now keyed her Tesla. The trial was a circus, 3 days of Boise County drama that felt like a bad episode of Judge Judy on steroids. I took the stand in my grandpa's old Levi's, recounting how her improvements had flooded my basement during a rainstorm, ruining irreplaceable family photos. The judge, a no-nonsense rancher type with a mustache like a broom, didn't mince words. This isn't governance, Ms. Hargrove. It's grand larceny wrapped in covenants. Verdict? She owed me triple damages. The warehouse got raised on her dime, and my cabin? Upgraded with her settlement cash. New roof, bigger deck, the works. But the kicker, embezzlement charges landed her a 6-month stint in the county jail, orange jumpsuit, and all, her empire reduced to Jell-O cups and regretful postcards. Now, as I sip black coffee on my revamped porch, watching the chickens strut like they own the place, I glance at the empty lot where her warehouse squatted. The neighborhood's quieter without her screeching memos, but the scars linger, the trust fractured, the pettiness exposed. Revenge tastes sweet, Sure, like fresh Idaho potatoes fried crisp. But it's bittersweet, too. Knowing one woman's control freakery nearly cost me my slice of freedom. Still, if I had to do it over, I'd swing that sledgehammer harder. After all, in America, your land is your castle, and nobody builds on it without a fight.